And so today we're going to be talking about Reservoir Raid, and I am super excited about this. More excited than I thought I would ever be, because I used to absolutely hate this event with a strong passion because I had no idea how to play it. But now there's still times where it's a little bit difficult to understand the plans that some alliances go for, but I absolutely love this event, and let's get right into it. So first off, when the event first starts and you're going to get something in the mail that looks like this, in order to get this in your mail, your alliance your R4 or R5 has to click on the event, and then you'll get something in the mail that basically says that your alliance, you can sign up now. And it's going to tell you the requirements. You have to have an HQ of a level 16 or above. Now, your alliance might have different standards for you to be able to participate in the event, but most likely if you're in that alliance, you already meet the standards that take into account for being signed up for the event. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on Go To, and then it's going to take you to your events bulletin board, and it's going to take you to the Reservoir Raid area. And then you're going to click on this, and it's going to take you to another screen, and it's going to have join on the bottom of it. When you click on that, you're going to be able to choose the times that you are available for Reservoir Raid. I show you that real quick. So as you can see right here, it's going to take you to something that looks like this. And what you're able to do is you're able to click on the different time slots that you are available. And you'll see right here that I was able to click on the times that I was available. Now your R4, your R5 is going to be able to see this instead of that. And they're going to be able to check the situation. And they're going to be able to see this. And it's going to tell them how many people voted for the event. It's also going to tell them, if they click on that upside down explanation point, it's also going to tell them who signed up or who voted for that time slot. Some alliances use this to sign people up. There's also normally what I've seen is that normally they'll send out a group message and ask again to clarify and make sure, and they're not going to go off that, but they're going to send out a group message asking who is going to be able to make it. Now, some alliances don't use this method where they use this. They'll put like a poll on Discord, or some alliances have a set time that they do Reservoir Raid. So it all just depends. Now, after that is done, you're going to get something in the mail that looks basically the same as before, but it's now telling you that you can now sign up now. So basically your alliance, once they get the names of who is going to participate or not, they're going to then take those names as you say them, or if they have a list, they go by the list, and they just go ahead and they start clicking on names of who can participate. If they click once, you're a participant. If they click twice, then you're a reservist. And if they click 3 times, you're back to not participating. If your alliance asks you if you can participate or not, if you're going to say you're going to participate, you need to be there for the event, because they're counting for you to be there. You're part of the Reservoir Raid plan. You're part of a team. Your team needs you to be there, so it's easier to take control of buildings, and they already know the power that they're walking into, and they ultimately need you at the end of the day. So what Reservoir Raid is, it's an event where your alliance is going to be competing with a different alliance, and it's all going to be coming down to who has the most water at the end of the event. So you're going to be collecting water during the event, and I'll go into the different buildings now. So if you click on your alliance throwdown, and if you go to the top area, and then you click on Reservoir Raid, and then you click on the raid info. Now here is where you're going to get most of your info from. Now during this event, your troops are not going to die. They're going to recover as soon as the event is over with. So whatever you walk into is what you walk out with. You do get wounded troops during the event, but you're able to heal those up pretty easily. Unless you keep getting zeroed, or you're completely zeroed out. I know some people don't have that many healing speed ups or speed ups at all. So as you can see here, you have to be within top 20 to participate. When you enter, your default color is blue, and I'll go into that of what that exactly is when we go ahead and look at the map. So here are the different buildings. As you can see here, you have the central building. It's located in the center of the map. It's going to be the main source of water, but you don't necessarily need this building to win, but it is really good to have, as it's the building that you're going to, if you take it, it's one of the buildings that you can collect the most water from. As you can see here, the Alliance water from up there was 900, and if you have 2 of the water treatment centers, that's already, you're already getting more water than before, if you just had that central building. And then you have your water processing plants, and there's 4 of those. They also, if you take them, they gather water as well. Now this building right here is what's going to give you a stat increase. As you can see there, it gives you stat increase, and you're able to see the Alliance water as well. Now the solar power station, you get reduced control time. So whatever your building is, you get reduced control time. Now the dev compound is one of my favorite buildings because you can send infected waves to whatever building you're trying to take, or whatever building you're having difficulty trying to take, and it will weaken them. As you can see here, I've gotten hit by one before, and I got about 27k in wounded troops. So it's definitely useful for people to use it. God, sorry. I save everything. But as you can see right here, I got hit twice, and they just go into your wounded area, so you're good with that. And then the last building that we're going to talk about is the helipad. So the helipad is what's going to give you a reduced time that you're able to get teleports. So you're able to get more teleports if you have that building. And then another thing that I want to go into is the map. So if you go here to the same area basically that we were at, but you're going to click guide instead of raid info, and then you're going to pick view guide. And then here is what I was talking about, the blue. So your default color is going to be blue, so you're going to be on the blue safe zone. Now with the blue safe zone, none of the enemies can port onto there, nor can they attack you if you're on that safe zone. Now, you cannot port onto the red safe zone, just like they can't port onto your safe zone. So now the central building is gonna, like I said, it's gonna be in the center. As you see right there, it's gonna be the building that has the most amount of water. And then you're gonna get your water treatments centers, and then your water processing plants. As you can see right here, there's 4 of them. And then you have your solar in the top left one, and then that building that has a skull on it, that's going to be your dev compound. And then the bottom one right underneath the central building is where that stat building that I was talking about, it's going to be right there. And then your helipad, I think, is that one that is on the bottom area. And then your water tanks are going to be another thing. If you have an extra march, you should go ahead and start gathering water. Or if you get zeroed out, or if you're starting to get attacked, it's just best to, depending on your plan for your reservoir raid, it's just best to go ahead and teleport to those and start trying to take water if they're trying to zero you out. Every little bit of water is helpful, as it will accumulate into your solo rewards. So for prep, what I normally do is I come online 15 minutes before the event, unless I accidentally slept in that day and I only have like 5 or less than 0 minutes to get situated. So what I do is I go to my Alliance store and I go ahead and I pick up a talent reset. Now, depending if you're on a younger state or an older state, you need to make sure that you're getting these beforehand. If you're in a younger state, you definitely need to be getting these beforehand due to the fact that it's such a random thing of what you're going to get in that store that day of that event. Because they like to be difficult. But if you're in a older state, then you should be able to go right here and you should be able to go ahead and grab one easily. I've already grabbed one for the event, but I'll just need to talent reset and then switch all the way to war. Now what I do for my war is I make sure that I at least get everything until I get to my massive march, and then I keep going a little bit until I can't really, until this one, and then I start filling in my infantry area because I focus more on infantry than my other stuff. Now for the rewards area, you're going to go into, the best way to check the rewards before you even get into the event is if you go to Reservoir Raid, the same area that we were talking about before when we were talking about the buildings. You go to your rewards and it will show you your alliance rewards. So your entire alliance will get rewards whether you win or lose. Now depending on whether you win or lose depends on how much rewards you're going to get. So you see that top row right there. You get more rewards if you win than if you lose, but your entire alliance will still get rewards whether you win or lose. Now for the solo water, what I was talking about before with those tanks, whether you need to be focusing on your solo water as much as your alliance water. Your alliance needs to win the event though, so you do need to focus on alliance water. But your solo water is where you're going to get most of your rewards from. So you can see right here, you get quite a lot. Now, this is just for the winning alliance. So the losing alliance will still get rewards for their solo water, but it won't be as much as the winning alliance. So you see right here. Now, another thing that goes into prep that I didn't talk about before was the fact that if you have troops outside of your settlement, like as you can see right here, I'm reinforcing somebody, so I'm going to need to pull those troops out of the settlement beforehand. Now, if you do, or if you're having problems and your march is like 50, like a long way away, like 50 minutes away or like 30 minutes away, then you need to probably use your urgent recall, or you're definitely not going to be able to make the event. If you have a march going to an infected and you go ahead and you, before the event, you attack that infected. Now what you're going to do is you're going to get wounded troops, and you need to be healing those troops before the event, because if you have troops in your hospital, you cannot take part or participate in the event, which makes it difficult kind of, because there's Fortress Fight right before the event. Like we had it today. Our Reservoir Raid is not until Sunday, but I do know some alliances have theirs on Saturday. You can see right here I have troops in my settlement, my hospital, so I wouldn't be able to take part, but I need to heal those. So as soon as I heal them, I'm able to go in. Now, if you have troops in your enlistment, you don't have to worry about it. You can still take part within the event. But you need to also make sure that you yourself do not have any troops in your settlement, as in reinforcements, because you won't be able to enter the battle. And what I normally do is for prep also, I go into here and I go into my Alliance Showdown and I buy all the healing speed ups that I can for my gold swap area. As you can see right here, I've already done that, so I'm already prepared in that area for Reservoir Raid. And what I'll normally do too as well is I'll go to my Alliance Throwdown and I'll pick up a Throwdown challenge. Most likely, if I can find one, I will be getting a gold general speed ups, because you can be able to it will account for the speed up challenge. So that's always good. And I think that is all I have for you guys. I hope this helped you guys out a lot. I hope you guys better understand it, and I hope you guys take part. If you didn't this time, then to do it last time. I'm so sorry for this. It's late. I was planning on doing it about 3 days ago, but things got busy. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you for watching.